Hey friends, it's Quenby, the Grateful Queen, here on YouTube, and I'm coming to you on Monday, May 4th. I think it's Monday. I'm telling you, during this whole stay at home, I honestly am really having trouble keeping track of which day of the week it is. This is a totally spontaneous video. I did not plan this at all. I'm really just jumping on here live because I want to react to something that's happening in our community, an Instagram post that I put out a few days ago. Usually I do my live shows on Friday. Don't worry, I'm still going to do that one because I've got my crew of friends that show up on Fridays for live at 5 with me, 5 o'clock Pacific time. And usually a bunch of us show up and talk, and that's fantastic. This one, I literally did not tell anyone I was doing, so I don't know if I'll see any friends that happen to show up in the live, or if this is just an opportunity for me to do a video and talk about something that's on my mind and on the minds of many resellers in our community, and then I don't have to edit the video. I actually like editing, but it definitely adds time. So that's my plan for the video. If you happen to be new to my channel and you're catching this, hi and welcome. Oh my gosh, some friends are showing up. Totally spontaneous live you guys did not plan. I'll tell you what I'm up to. Hey Hanger Deals, and hey Kelly, and hey Monarchs and Margaritas. I'm so glad. I thought I might be doing this video for myself so I wouldn't have to edit it. And I could just do it live, but I didn't know if I'd catch anybody because I did not plan this. I did not put this out to the community at all. So I thought I might be sitting here by myself. Anyway, if you happen to be new to my channel, hi, I'm Quenby. I am a part-time reseller. I sell mostly clothing online, and I get most of my inventory from thrift stores. I do some yard sales, I do some retail arbitrage, I do a few other things, but most of my inventory comes from thrift stores, and this channel is all about reselling, so I'd love if you consider subscribing. What this video is about today is a post I put on Instagram a few days ago, and it was a pretty popular post. I think it struck a chord with a lot of people, so I wanted to come on and talk about it. Hanger Deals says, my phone notifies me when you come on. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that, so that's fantastic. And I see Daniela here from Ivy and Blush. Thanks for popping on, you guys. I think many of you responded to this post that I put out on Instagram. I literally plan to just read you what I put out and then read some of the responses. And then if you guys who were able to show up in the chat want to chime in, I would love that. So that's what I'm going to do. And then let's talk. Let me know how you're doing. What are you doing on this Monday? What are you working on in your business? What's kind of going on in your reselling world? And if we want to stay on for a few extra minutes, we can chat about that. So I put up this picture. It's the picture in the thumbnail. It's a picture of a thrift store. And in my picture, I said, would you go to the thrift store today? I put this out yesterday, the day before, and today is May 4th. It got 67 comments, and the comments were really helpful to me. And so the question hey, Leslie, hey, so good to see you. I totally didn't plan this at all. I just came on with no notice, so I didn't think I'd see anyone here. So this is what I wrote in my Instagram post, and I want to hear what you all have to say about it, and if you, what your plan is, and if there's anything helpful, because I found this really helpful, you guys. So this is what I wrote in my post. I wrote, so it's open. I got a message today from a local beloved thrift store that they have reopened. Have any of you guys got that? I'm asking. So I've been saying I can't wait to thrift again, or I'm going to go thrifting every day when the thrift stores open. Have any of you guys done that? Because for me, it's like I'm dreaming literally about thrifting. But then when the actual message came through that a thrift store was open, what do? That's what this post was about. So I said I'm going to go thrifting every day when they reopen, but I did not go today. I suppose I don't feel ready yet. We're still required to wear masks and stay at home. So I'm in Northern California, an hour north of San Francisco. Hey, Restyle Secrets. Oh my gosh, I can't believe so many friends actually made it. I thought I'd be here by myself. I'm reading this post from Instagram that I think some of you responded to. We're still required to stay at home. We're still sheltering in place. We're still wearing masks. So this is far from over here where I live in Northern California, yet the county parks are open again now too. Eventually we'll begin to reintegrate, right? So when is the right time to start shopping again? Of course, it's subjective, and we will all decide what is right for us, our families, and communities. I respect what each of you decide in your unique circumstances, and everybody has unique circumstances, as you'll see from some of the responses to this. I respect what each of you decide in your unique circumstances. I'm curious what you're thinking about when you will know it's the right time to hit the thrift stores again. So if you're in the chat live now, which I'll leave up if you guys happen to watch this on the replay, what's your stance on this? And I'm going to read to you some things that other people said. Because I honestly thought, like, as soon as they open, like, I'm there. I'm going to be at the door. Hi, Sarah. Let me read you while you guys are responding in the chat. Sarah has a live going on in a little bit here too, so I'm not going to be on long. This was totally spontaneous. There's a real mix of responses, and it was really helpful for me to hear the different responses. So It's Booth 1999 says, no, I definitely wouldn't yet if it were mine. Until numbers are on the decline, I'm still sticking to avoiding unnecessary contact. Okay. My Curious Closet says, yes, 100%. She would go. Kiki Raki says, no clothing sale is worth the virus. There were so many comments, you guys, and I'm like, my Instagram is like 3,000 something. I'm not like one of these people with a huge Instagram following. And so for me to get like 70 comments is a lot for a post. So I know this is like hitting people. Madeline Resell says, I thought I would be going as soon as they opened, but I also chose not to go. My area is very secluded and there's not much happening. So I'm hoping by next week I'll feel ready. You'll notice in some of these responses, hey, Lily S. Good. Tell me what you're thinking about whether you're going to go. James, who we all know, oh, this is just him responding, but he wrote some things. Debbie Garland says, no way. I'm in Tennessee and we reopened way too early. I miss it so much, but I'm not going to die over it. So these are like strong responses. Let's see. Daniela says from Ivy and Blush, I will not be going when they first reopen, but our cases continue to increase across New England and I source across 3 to 4 states. Like really good points. Sarah Zaire says, if my thrift stores open today, I would absolutely go. So really strong opinions on 2 totally different sides. I like being able to, in our community, talk about these things that bring up a lot of thoughts and feelings, but do it in a respectful way, which I trust you guys all to do in the chat. What else are you guys up to today? Hey, Julie. Julie AMO. I'm definitely going to get to some of these. Let's put Daniela's up there on the screen. Okay, here's Antique Boutique. James, who's usually one of the people that is in our chat on Friday nights when I do my live. James says, we have thrift stores, good ones, in fact, that opened on May 1st, consistent with Texas's phase 1 of reopening. I don't get it because our numbers are not decreasing enough, but have decreased a little and plateaued. The thrifts are open, some, and I have no desire to expose myself to anything potentially. I'm in the at-risk group. And he goes on, but a lot of people, if you look at this post, have cited things like that, like I'm in a higher risk group because they have an illness or, so this is not a black and white, one size fits all solution, right? There are different reasons. Let's see what Sarah says. Popping on quick before dinner. I know how that goes. I'm going to try and pop on your lives quick. Ours are open. I went. Oh my gosh, she went. I don't know why I'm having that reaction because it's like, Wasn't crowded. Everyone had masks. The floors were taped with arrows and 6-foot lines at registers, plexiglass. Are you talking about the thrift store? Because that's the way it is for me, Sarah, at the supermarket. But I guess I didn't think it through. I didn't know if they would be doing that at the thrift store. I didn't think it through, like, how have they set this up? I want to read some of these other responses because some people talked about things like this. So Secondhand Esquire says, I've been debating this all day. The outlet opened in a nearby county, but I'm still very hesitant. So I just want to, if anyone's listening, there's thrift stores and there's the Goodwill Outlet bins. Those have very different environments. Would it be different for you guys in the chat? Would it be different if it was the Goodwill Outlet versus a regular thrift store for you? She said, but I'm still very hesitant. They're requiring everyone to wear masks and are limiting how many people can be inside. So that maybe they're doing that. So here's somebody with a health issue that I want to point out. Let's see, Amber from M. Not anytime soon or maybe at all for me. I have a compromised immune system and 2 of my little babes have severe asthma. So although I miss it terribly, they're not going. So there is a lot of varied opinion and I respect them all. I think Leslie said something like that too. I'm going to be on Leslie's show May, was it the 21st? So that'll be great. Leslie says, everyone has to do what works for them. I'm staying home. I'm not interested in visiting any place that is not necessity. There was one on here. What are you guys up to today? Are you guys working? What's happening for you? I did a lot of, I don't know if you got a chance to see, but I put a video out today on delist and relist. I want to credit Leslie from A Reseller's Passion because she was the first one that I can remember talking to me about that. And I'm like, wow, I don't delete and relist. And it's come up on my live shows in the chat a lot. So I wanted to put out a quick video. Hey, the grown-up stable. That's an awesome username. I'm going to Goodwill stores tomorrow, but not the bins for a while. What's the difference for you? Why do you say, like, what's your rationale? That sounds like it makes sense. I'm curious what it is. Pigeon's Nest. Hi, and happy Monday, everyone. Thank you guys for stopping in. I didn't know if I'd have anybody because, like I said, how did you guys even know I was coming on? Because usually I give you like a week's notice. I just came on, so I didn't have to edit. Is that super bad? I enjoy the editing process, but what I notice is it limits how much content I can put out because of the time consuming. Allison's here. Hey, girl. I'm north of Seattle, and I don't know of anything open. I'll go when they open. See, do you notice the strong, like some people are like, yes, definitely. Some people are like, absolutely not. Some people are, I'm not sure, because somebody said something cool on here. There's so many comments, but somebody said, like, I'm looking for it here, you guys, but the comment that struck me the most was something about, well, I'm going to the supermarkets, Quimby. Like, what's the difference? And if you guys have an opinion, respectful opinion, I'd love to hear it. What's the difference between going to the supermarket, which I'm doing? I am doing that. Not everyone is. Some people are ordering all their food online, you guys. But like for me, I'm going like every 4 days maybe to the supermarket. I'm having a bad hair day. I'm having a bad like hair day, nail day, everything with this stay at home. I go to the supermarket, I'm not ordering food in, and I wear my mask and I bring my hand sanitizer and I do the best I can. But is it different in your opinion, you guys, going to the supermarket? How is that different than a thrift? There might be some things I'm not thinking of. Yay, Gifted Afflicted is here. I decided not to go for 30 days to see how things play out. Then I'm going to reassess. How did you come up with 30 days? Because I really want to hear what your thinking is around this as I try and decide. I find that helpful, and maybe it's helpful to some other people, you guys. We can help some people here. Let me see what some of these other people were saying about that. Oh, this is Thrifty Mama 4. She's awesome. Follow her on Instagram. Ours are open now, but personally, I've enjoyed the newfound ways of getting inventory. I agree. Have you guys learned some things about your business right now that you didn't expect? Are you going to be doing things different going forward because you learned something during stay at home? I think I am, and I think she's key. Thrifty Mama 4. She's like a bodybuilder. She's awesome. Yard sales are popping up now too. When I heard this, I was like, yard sales? Like, I was thinking, like, are we even going to have yard sales this summer? And last summer, I really started going with regularity and was able to get inventory for like $1. So I was like, yes. Where I am in Northern California, you don't get inventory for $1, but a yard sale you can. Let's see what Hanger Deals has to say. Hanger Deals is really fun to follow on Instagram. I hope you guys are following her. My county has only had 3 cases and all have recovered. I don't know if I would go right away, but if I decide to, I wouldn't be too worried. I also thrift in Pittsburgh. I'll pass on going there. Okay, why? I guess so a difference for you, it sounds like, is by location. So I love that we're having this conversation because I wasn't even thinking that, like, well, if you live in like a rural area with not many people and not many cases, maybe you feel safer. You know, I live in Santa Rosa. It's a city of like 200,000 people at least. And so more cases, more potential for exposure. So it might be by location that you make your decision. Daniela says, we had a very nice weekend here and most individuals did not wear masks, had gatherings, the stores were packed. We're supposed to start phase 1 next week, but there's a good chance it will change. So I've heard, so what is phase 1 for you? I see, and it's different by location. In my area, you're not supposed to be having, I don't think, gatherings, and everyone's still supposed to be wearing masks. Hanger Deals also has a YouTube channel. Awesome, Leslie. Thanks for shouting that out. We will check it out. Allison says, oops, I saw. Let me know if I'm back. I went black for a second. There's so many people using YouTube and all these applications. Oh, James made it. James, I was just reading your post on Instagram. I had to use hair box dye today. I look pathetic. Well, I do use hair dye anyway. I don't pay to get it done because I think mine's kind of easy, I guess. But yeah, all sorts of things like my nails, not a good situation. I get my nails done every 2 weeks normally. It's a luxury I do for myself because it makes me feel better. But a lot of people are like, what do I do about my hair and nails? If you're just tuning in, we are talking about my Instagram post a couple days ago. Would you go to the thrift store now that they're open? Would you go today? Why and why not? And we're getting a lot of different opinions. I know. He's like, you're back. You were just here Friday. People are probably tired of me. I just felt this burning issue, you guys, because this post really stood out to me as one of my posts on Instagram. It got a lot of engagement. There was a lot of feeling in it, a lot of opinion. And I couldn't get it out of my mind today. And I was like, well, maybe I'll talk about it on my live Friday. And I'm like, I'm just going to go on. I didn't plan it. No one will be there anyway. I'll just talk. But I'm just really thinking about this because for many of us, for our business, our livelihood, somebody said that on here. I wish I could find all the comments, but there's like 70 comments. James, I was reading some of your comment on this thread. Simply Dana's here. Hey, girl. Great to see you. No, not safe to go yet. Lots of different opinions. But one woman on here said, Dance Mom says, I'll go, but we'll give it a few days. My only hesitation is how crazy it would be. And I'm curious how you guys are coming up with that timeline because I see lots of different people in my post had like, I'm waiting 2 or 3 weeks. I'm waiting 30 days. She said, I'm waiting a few days. Like, what's the thinking behind that for you? But one woman, I'm trying to find it, but it touched me because she said like, okay, I'm going to just quote it because I can't find it. She said, like, basically, Quemby, I don't really want to go. I'd rather not have to go, but this is my business. This is how I pay my bills. This is how I feed my family. I go to thrift stores, I buy inventory, and I sell it online. Like, this is what I do. Other people are having to go to work. I need to go to work. And I was like, she didn't say it with that attitude. I am probably putting this emphasis on it, but it was like, oh, right. Again, Quemby, for all of us, we have different unique circumstances. We live in a different location. We have different health situations. We have different access to inventory. I really am hoping that people can be super respectful and understanding. If somebody decides to go, no judgment, go. If you decide to stay home, no judgment, stay home. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat. Wow, I didn't expect anyone to be here. I'm like not prepared. Thank you guys so much for showing up. Like I'm realizing how much this community of you all people that show up regularly, like I'm having closer relationships with my online YouTube friends than like the people in my life right now. It means a lot to me. I appreciate you showing up, and I appreciate you showing up and contributing and putting your comments in the chat. I really appreciate it. Let's see what James has to say. Family Thrift and Family Thrift Outlet here, which is good, has opened. I'll pass, thank you. I have comorbidities that put me at risk. I have a bad liver. Right. Totally, James. Like, do what's right for you. In the comments on this Instagram post, there were so many people like, look at this woman right here. 3 Queens resale. Was she on your show, Leslie? I'm diabetic, so I'm in that high risk stage. I have 4 trash bags of clothes delivered to me from a friend. That's nice. Have you guys had that situation, that blessing? I have plenty to keep me busy. I was thinking another month. Okay, tell me somebody where you coming up with these numbers. Like what information would help me decide I want to go. Like I miss thrifting and I don't feel quite ready and I'm just sort of feeling it out. Like, when will I be ready? How do you know you're ready? This could go on for a very long time. Let's see what Restyle Secret says. Thank you for being here, for being a consistent member of our community. I'm ready to go when it's allowed. I've sold off 30% of my stock, but because I'm over 60, my family hates the idea. That's another really good point that came up in this post, you guys. Oh my gosh, Brandy made it. Can't be no worse than going to Walmart here in Cali. That's another point that came up. Like, I'm going food shopping. There's more people likely to be at your supermarket than at the thrift store. Does that help you guys? But someone just said something. Oh, it was Restyle Secrets that I wanted to comment on. Because in the post, what came up a lot too was, I want to go. My family is giving me a hard time. Has anyone had anything like that? Like, I want to go. I'm looking for some of those posts to read, but there were many posts where people said, I'm older or I have a health condition and my husband is like, I really don't want you to go. Like, and you're an adult, you make your own decision, but part of that decision making is considering your friends and family, right? Like your partner's like, I don't want you to go. A lot of people, their posts on here that I'm reading right now, are like, no, my family's not into it. What about the bins? Would you guys go to the bins? Okay, let's see what you guys have to say. I'm happy doing it online, says James. I usually do anyway, and I'm continuing to do so. I also got some online boxes. Where'd you get them? Love, love, love that you're doing this so spontaneously. Thank you. I was like, it's an edge for me. Let's just say, just to be transparent, doing Instagram's an edge for me. Doing YouTube's an edge for me. Doing lives were a huge edge. And then doing one that I did not plan, it just bubbled up inside. And I'm like, I need to talk to my people about this. Like, I want to go to the thrift store. I don't know if I feel ready. I put this post out. A lot of people have opinions. They're all good opinions. And some of them are really different. Like, absolutely not for these reasons. Oh yeah, I'm there. So I wanted to talk to you about it. Carrie, if staying in can save lives, but like James, not judging, well, maybe a little. So like if I catch, that's a practice, okay? Just so you know, I'm a psychologist. Judging is what the brain does. Judging is what keeps us safe and alive. Judging is a natural response of our brains. We make judgments all the time. What I personally choose to do as a practice is I don't always let those judgments be in the driver's seat. I might notice a judgment like, oh, that person's going to the Goodwill. I don't know if I'm going to go. Judgy thought. And then I'll just name it. That's a judgy thought. I don't want to live my life by the little judgments that go on in my mind all the time. I'm choosing not to judge that person. Let's see what Lily has to say. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here, you guys. Lily says, seems like social distancing would be challenging at the bins. Oh, that's a really good point because, well, every bins is different. I'm in Northern California. I'm in Santa Rosa. The bins are like in an old warehouse. They're big. It's a big room, high ceilings, but yes, people crowd around those bins and it's kind of like competitive, those bins, like getting in there. You're right. Social distancing might be hard. I've seen some other bins, where they look like really nice stores, like an actual store with lighting and a nice floor, and they look a little more civilized. Ooh, let's hear from Glennis. I love that name. I said it last time. No bins for me. I'm in Oklahoma, and our bins are very dirty, and so are a lot of the people. I mean, that's actually like an observation. Like, hey, I don't know. You have to use your best judgment to say, who are the people that I think might be more careful about social distancing, wearing masks, using their hand sanitizer? It's a good point. Brandy says, I'm ready to go to San Francisco bins. You're outside anyway, digging through the boxes. So I haven't been to that bins, but it sounds like it's a little bit different. Being outside, yeah. Carrie says, oh, it's going so fast now, the chat. Let's go live to James's garage. Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of inventory, I hear, in there. The grown-ups table. I just love that. I already said it, but I just love that. My husband and kids are all essential workers, so they are coming and going all day. See, it's like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. We make our decisions with our unique circumstances. I have the blessing and the curse, I can talk more about that, of really quarantining at home. The only time I'm going out is for like groceries and stuff. I don't have to go to an office. I work from home, both in my reselling business and my private practice. What it means is a lot of those things have slowed down for me. So work is slowed down. That's a challenge, but I don't have to go out to work. But if you've got people that are already out there in the community and then they're coming home, you cannot possibly be quarantining as strictly, right? So it's like, well, I'm already got that influence. Hope I'm getting that right. Kim H says, hi, Kim. Great content. Thank you. Restyle Secret says, if you give me my own personal bin, I'd be happy for a lot of reasons. Well, I wonder, like some people have said here, I wonder if they limit the number of people going in. I mean, they can do anything. They could do all sorts of things to help, require masks. They could limit how many people come in. Maybe they could limit how many people are at a bin. Like 6 people get to go rather than 30 people rushing over. James says, ha, 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 we're going to your garage. Oh, someone new. I love that. Letitia says, hello. If they open here in Texas, I don't think I would go to the Goodwill. Tell me what you're basing your decision on. I'm just curious. Okay, Carrie says, I'm happy to send boxes to anyone who needs. So Carrie, are you sending that? Are you going through Poshmark? Are you just doing like word of mouth? How do people get in touch with you? And Letitia says, I'm tempted to, but on the safe side, I will continue shopping online. So where are you shopping and what are you having success with? This is something I'd like to talk about, which is one of the blessings in this, and I'm choosing, I feel very challenged by this a lot of the time, but I'm also choosing to like refocus my mind and say, what are the blessings in this? What am I learning? What's the opportunity? I do better on that some days than others, but I am learning a lot about my business. And something I'm learning is, hey, wait, I don't have to go to the thrift stores all the time. There's a lot of great ways to get inventory. How are people doing with THREDUP stuff? I have had 2 boxes come during stay at home. My women's box, which is the best box I ever got. There's a video of that on my channel. My men's box was okay. I ordered another women's box. It still is not even shipped and it's been 3 weeks. So I'm wondering, how's that going for you? Let's see what Gifted Afflicted has to say. Let's see, it's 4:44 here in Northern California. Where is it? What's the time where you guys are? Is this a good time? Usually I do 5. Yes, I'm waiting to see if our cases jump after stores reopen. Okay, so like empirical evidence. Until then, I'm not going anywhere unless it's a necessity only. So no thrifts for me now, even though they're back open. Where are you getting inventory, hon? Let's see. I saw James saying something. Inventory. So James, let us know where are those boxes available. Is it in your Posh closet? And how much are they? What kind of boxes are you doing? Because some people are probably going to catch this video on the replay, so it'd be good to have it in the chat there. I am actually right now. I know we've been warned. Hold on. Lara, I know. Are you just tuning in now? Totally spontaneous, no plans. I literally just 15 minutes before said I'm going on. I just felt like I needed to go on and talk about this. And if you're just tuning in, I'm talking about a post on Instagram I put up when I realized when I was informed that my thrift stores are open again, and do I want to go? And it was a really popular post with lots of great comments. So I wanted to talk about it with my community. I know. Who knows? Maybe I'll start doing them. Okay, and let's go back. Oh, but Babette came on. How did you guys know to come on? This is weird, but I'm so happy about it. Babette, I feel better. I feel like I do better thrifting at Goodwill myself, spending too much online. That's a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. So I am learning that I can get inventory other ways. For me, the inventory other ways has been THREDUP rescue boxes, THREDUP shopping on their site like a regular customer. That was probably one of my best, actually, but it is expensive. I was spending about $5 an item. What do you normally spend on an item? How has that changed for you? So I'm spending a bit more. The other way is that I have got donations, probably a lower quality of item that I'm used to picking up, and different brands. However, I'm doing pretty good with that stuff. And I'm like, this is weird. I would never pick up these jeans, but they sold. I would never pick up this brand, but they sold. So I'm starting to be like, Quimby, interesting. You usually go for like higher end brands, but the stuff that's really selling in the $20 range is like stuff I wouldn't normally pick up. So I feel like I really have to reevaluate. Are any of you guys doing that? Julie, it's hard. This is such a great conversation. I'm so glad I came on. I was a little nervous about it. I was like, I honestly thought I'll have like maybe one or two people will show up, maybe nobody, but at least I'll be able to talk. I'll read my Instagram post. No one will be there. And then I won't have to edit. I'll put the video out. And you guys showed up, and it's so fun for me. Julie says it's hard. I want these places to be here for us in the future. But right now, it just seems like a gamble. I love my Goodwill and my bins. I miss the people I saw everywhere. Oh, are you someone who has like friends with the employees there? Or the bins? Like, I have not gone to the bins very much. It was on my list of like goals, get back to the bins because the cost of goods is so good, but the culture is not so good at my particular bins. I'm not worried personally, Julie. Let me know what you're thinking about. I'm not worried about the Goodwill. Like, I'm not worried that the Goodwill is not going to open. I'm not worried, but maybe some of the smaller stores, definitely. Pigeon Nest says, an online thrift store commented on one of my Instagram posts, but I never actually checked it out. What do you mean? Back to Babette. Yeah, Babette, I agree with you. I probably get better deals than online. Oh, I'm behind on the comments. Letitia, I just ordered the 25-piece mixed clothing on THREDUP. Awesome. I have a video out, Letitia. I have several videos from that women's mixed clothing. In the past, I was like, I'm not getting these anymore. They just weren't great. But then I got this last one and it was so good. So I immediately ordered another one. And like I said, 3 weeks, and it has not even shipped yet. So I have a feeling maybe they got a little bit behind. Like maybe more people were ordering. I don't know what the deal is with them. Pigeon Nest, I'm too intimidated by the bins. I've never even been. Where are you located? You might have said before, I'm sorry. Every bins is different. I highly recommend trying it at least once, maybe a few times to see. I have such love-hate relationship with the bins. Are you guys in the chat? Are you guys bin shoppers? Why or why not? What are your bins like? I wanted to do a video, and I wanted to do a collaboration video. Is Daniela still on? I don't know. I know people, it's like dinner time, they're stopping in and out, but I wanted to do a collab video where we each go in to the bins. I don't know if you're supposed to film in there, but like comparison, because they are really different. You might have a really nice one. Restyle Secrets, 29 thumbs up, missing. That's right. There's 37 people according to my little counter up here. So please hit the thumbs up. It does help. I don't exactly know how this whole YouTube thing works, but I just know if we want our community to grow so we can help more people, YouTube likes engagement. So they like when you watch videos and put thumbs up or thumbs down. Okay, let's see what Lara says. Ours are open. I haven't left the house, but heard about people out there shopping. Our BST stores are open too. Is that box stores? What's BST? I'm probably really obvious and I'm missing it, but so you haven't gone. So you're choosing not to go. How will you know when it's time to go? Like, how are you evaluating that for yourself? James says, I miss my Goodwill friends too. I feel like they're good friends too. Such nice people. Same for the bins. Really? See, I don't have that. Like, I'm a little bit private, or I don't know. I don't know if I just have my head down. There's one Salvation Army I go to a lot of Wednesdays, and I say hi to the staff. But I actually, I guess I'm getting a couple people. I guess I have a little bit, but maybe I'm not out there enough. And the bins I don't go to enough. Julie says the bins are fun. It's just so haphazard. In Chattanooga, which is really fun to say, in Chattanooga, people are calm. They'll throw you out if you get ridiculous. Yeah, I would never describe my bins as calm. Honestly, it's really hard. Unless you've been to several different bins, it's hard to compare because you don't know what others are like. But my bins is pretty, I would say it's kind of rough in my opinion. Daniela says, I don't love the bins. I know that's not a popular opinion as a reseller. Laugh out loud. I am a thrift store and online. I'm so glad you said that. And here's why. Probably one of my most popular on Instagram, and I've only been on Instagram like 9 months, so there's not a lot of data, but probably my most popular ever Instagram post was when I said, I don't like the bins. And it got it's like this post, a lot of different reactions. It seems like most people either love or hate the bins, and I think it does depend on your bins. Like, I've seen some people's videos, and their bins looks like a regular thrift store with bins. And I'd be like, I could do that. Like, there's windows, there's a floor, like it looks like a regular store. My bins are disgusting, in my opinion. I'm sorry if that's offensive to anyone who goes there, but it's like, and I can rough it. Like, I love yard sales. It's not that I don't even mind roughing it. So I don't want to sound like a total, I can get in there. It's exhausting for me. I'm an introvert. It's a ton of energy. There are always, in my experience, there's always something going on. I once had a woman totally ream me out over, she thought I took her cart. I've had people steal from my cart. I've been there and there's fights. I've been there with people with their kids and the kids are totally mismanaged. I've seen it all. And I've had just fine experiences, and I support anyone that wants to go. And you know what? I'm probably going to go back. I'll probably go back and make videos about it and come back in here and say, you guys, I'm going now again. I don't know. That's the way life is. It's subjective and it's always changing. Always changing. Oh, Lara says, buy, sell, trade. Okay, they are? Huh. Wow. The grown-ups table says, our bins are pretty nice in Colorado. What are they like? I would love to have nice bins. I would love to. Carrie says, Quemby has one of the best live chats. Your personality is so contagious. Thank you. Just to be honest with you guys, I'm not like this all the time. I just get on here and I get all excited to see you. And I have always loved reselling. It's a passion of mine. I could talk about it forever. My family is probably watching this and they're like, Quemby, you're grumpy a lot of the time. I don't know. I'm just like everybody else with moods that go up and down and all over. But I really just love coming on and talking with you guys. I think it fires me up. Well, I guess I'm kind of like this a lot of the time. I don't know. Peter, are you watching? What would you say? Me neither. I'm a private person. Yeah, me too. I thought I was, but now I'm on Instagram and YouTube, so how private can I be? I do have boundaries around my sharing. I've been sourcing from online estate auctions and doing really well. What is an online estate auctions? How do you find it? I've never even heard of it. Oh my gosh, says Pigeon Nest. Now that a wee bit Warren mentioned it, our buy, sell, trade, thank you for putting it in there, are called Plato's Closet. That's what I have. Said via email that they'll be opening. Now, I also got a text because I'm on their text list. I've only been to Plato's Closet twice, and one of them was to make a video about selling to Plato's Closet. It's up on my channel, my whole experience. And I get text and they said, let me see if I can find it. I think I got it right. I thought what they were saying, Pigeon's Nest, was it's online. They're like, come shop online. Ew, the lighting is so bad. It's I look all white. Ew, that's not good. Oh, my mom's texting me. Let me see what Plato's Closet said to me. Quemby, by name. Wow, that's impressive. We miss you here at Plato's Closet. You get 25% at your next visit. But I thought here it is. Shop Plato's Closet online. Great news. You can now shop with us online. Just visit us at this link. I didn't know they did that. Is that new? Is that new because of stay at home? Does anyone know? Look what I have up here because I never even cleaned up. This is for my friends that were here Friday. Oh, let's remember that moment where we laughed so hard together. I didn't clean it up and it's still here. If you weren't here Friday, you probably think that's really weird. It was really weird on Friday too, but Antique Boutique. One couple I see all the time at the bins. The wife is pregnant. I found out the last time. I saw them 2 months ago. I found by luck of the draw a pair of Burberry baby booties, so I gave. Wow, James, that was super nice. They're probably going to sell them. No, maybe they really, like myself, I wouldn't care about designer baby stuff. I'd probably sell those and buy some like cute off-brand thing. But that was so generous of you, James. And you know what? That is true about like reseller culture. Like when you get out there and you do know people and see people will start giving you stuff. When I was going to the bins years ago more regularly, I did see that. Like there was always a family that did vintage. And if I don't really sell or know a lot about vintage, so I'd be like, hey, do you want this? And people have done it to me. So they're really good people. So I don't want to paint a negative picture of it. Restyle Secret says, here in Michigan, Goodwill and Salvation Army just opened to receive donations, but we're at least 10 days from the governor allowing retail to open. Okay, so that's good to know because I got a lot of free donations from people when I put out that post on the Nextdoor app or the Good Neighbor app or whatever it is. And I'd say about half of that is stuff I can't use. Oops, where'd that comment go? I'd say about half the donations is stuff I can't use because like it had washwear holes or just a brand that I couldn't even lot up. What I ended up doing was getting a lot of like Forever 21 stuff, a lot of Target stuff, and I put it in lots. I have not had any of those sell yet, but I'm very slow to get it listing. What is selling well, and I think I have a video coming out Wednesday or something. Is that tomorrow? I have no idea what day it is. About the baby clothes stuff. My baby clothes lots are doing really well, like way better than I thought. Now, what is this? I'm missing something. Carrie says I had asked about shipping too because it's been almost a month, and she said they're shipping more tomorrow. Oh, but is this THREDUP? Let me go back and see if I can find it. What am I missing? Something. I just saw that a Reseller's Passion uploaded a new video too. I'm hitting that one next. She's awesome. Like Leslie is such an amazing following because she's so authentic, so helpful. Her YouTube channel is going to grow like crazy. Like for me, it was so slow because, I mean, I just came from nowhere. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anything about how to do this. Leslie's just going to kill it. Leslie says, I've been going to the bins for 8 years. It's just second nature. It's huge. What's your bins like, Leslie? Like, describe, like, what's the building like? Sarah Lee Coleman, so I'm going back up because I missed so much. I'm sorry if it seems all over the place to you guys. People fight at the bins, violent fights, weapons. Yeah, see, it depends where you are. I don't know if I've seen weapons, but I've seen some stuff I don't want to see and haven't felt good and safe. Michelle B. Hey, Michelle. I've been pushed around by men and women. They bombard you and push you out of the way. Some bins, it's like that. And mine, it's like, at mine, I would say, I don't think people are doing it intentionally, like, let me go over there and push that woman. I just think they get so excited and competitive about getting in there and getting to the bins that I'm like an accident. Like, I don't think they're intentionally pushing me out. I think they run over and I get bumped. But, you know, there's ways to handle it. Like, everything in life is yes and. Everything is both and, in my opinion. It's like, okay, so when I go to the bins, I don't go over when they first pull a bin out. And maybe that's bad for my business, but it allows me to go to the bins. Like, I don't want to go over when the bin first comes out and everybody runs over excitedly. You can just stay at the same bin. I just go to a bin that's been out for a while and I just do it that way. So there's all sorts of ways to make it work. I really do think it's important to check it out. Julie says, it seems very competitive in some places. Nope, not for me. The bins are dirty. I keep wipes in the car to clean my hands after. So do I. I keep like hand sanitizer. I take an allergy pill. Let's do a show about the bins. Who wants to do that with me? Like, where we just share bin stories like this. That'd be a fun one. If the bins were closer to me, maybe I'd like it more, but I don't know. How far are they in Rhode Island? Where are there even bins? I'm from that area. I don't remember there were bins when I lived in the Boston area. Lily S. is from Austin. Look at that cool picture of her. Okay, so I think, oh, look at this. Love a Bargain 70. Hey, thanks for being here. I love the bins. I think it's the thrill of the hunt. The closest one to me is a couple hours, and it's the only one I've been to. Wow. So it's like, the bins is like 15 minutes. It might be closing up soon because, whoa, I'm like all psychedelic. Is that happening for you? It went black, wiggly. Let me know if I'm back on or not. You know, I'm having all sorts of trouble with Zoom, WhatsApp. Can someone in the comments, I'll try and get down to the bottom. Am I still on or is it all messed up? Should we finish up? I said I was coming on for 15 minutes. How long? Oh my God, 46 minutes? Are you joking? What have I been doing? Anybody can go at any time. I did not expect I'd be on here like this. So easy with you guys. You guys are so easy to talk to. Restyle secrets. I'm aggressively ending and relisting like 20 a day. Oh, you're doing a lot of work. I could probably delete and relist 20 a day because it's so quick. Did you guys see my video that came out today all about that? Honestly, I'm plugging that video because I'm so glad I started doing it. It's like I've sold things that have been sitting there for months just by deleting and relisting. Thank you to all the people like Leslie who said to do that. That's a really good point. Okay, let me go down to the bottom and then I'll go back up because I want to make sure I'm on and I'm good. Glennis says I'm back. The antique says, okay, everybody says I'm on. A little freeze and you're fine. Okay. All right, let me go back up because I don't want to miss. I see Hanger Deals has got some stuff. You guys are so fun. Wow, I'm really behind. Okay, let me get up here. Hey, hey, Shani Sells. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on and leaving a comment. If you're just tuning in, I came on to talk about my Instagram post about would you go to the thrift store because a lot of them have been open. If you missed that part, go back and watch because I think there's really good information in there. And now we're just talking reselling stuff, and I've somehow been on here for 47 minutes. Wow, I'm like, the chat goes really fast. Okay. I want to do a binge show with somebody. Carrie says, that's a really good point. I really love the employees at our Goodwill. They're such lovely people and will always tell you what's out on the floor, ask about your lives, and greet you at the door with a smile. I don't have that. I mean, like my Wednesday place I go to regular, I'll say hi and they'll say hi and I'll be like, how are you? You know, but I don't feel like I've developed enough friendships. Maybe they all seem so like overworked and tired and not happy. Laura says from a wee bit more, Plato's Closet, Clothes Mentor, Uptown Cheapskate. That's an awesome name. All those buy sell trade stores are open. TJ Maxx and Marshalls are open. We are not near that. Nothing like that is open. Just supermarkets. This thrift store that I told you about, but maybe it's happening and I'm not aware. I don't think they're open though. Restyle secrets. Let's see what she says. Here in Michigan, Goodwill and Salvation Army just opened to receive. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I read that. I would love it because I have stuff I need to donate that I got for free that I couldn't use. So it's like, I got to get rid of it. It's clogging up my garage space, which is my workspace. Like that's where my bins are. That's where I take pictures in the garage. Yeah, Plato's Closet, San Diego, open 12 to 4, and you have to schedule an appointment. Oh, that's smart. Okay. But then, like, is it just open for buying from you, or can you shop? The grown-up table. The grown-ups table. I had so much fun one day at the bins. I ended up spending hours helping a new grandma send baby clothes back to the Philippines. That's awesome. See, there's so many good stories. We could talk about like the good, the bad, and the ugly. Carrie and I will be hitting Queens bins when I go home to New York sometime. And maybe you'll have your YouTube channel by then, James, and you can document it. So I'll probably finish up in the next 10 minutes here for sure, you guys. And so make sure to put in the chat your Poshmark closet, if you're selling mystery boxes, if you have a YouTube channel, any projects that we can support for you. Queens bins is not great, James. We'll still take you though. I will take you to my favorite Goodwill store that the people donate. Did you guys know each other before, or are you just meeting through the reseller community? Because that's inspiring, because I was so excited, you guys, about going to Posh Fest for the first time. And now there's talk like, is it even going to happen? And it's like, it's the fall, right? Like October. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I was going to go, which gives me major anxiety because it sounds like it could be overwhelming with lots of people and events and a party. I don't know how I would do, but I wanted to go and meet some of you. Like maybe we could have a little meetup. I think THREDUP was on reduced staff for weeks. Maybe still is. I know the Real was. I've never done the Real. I need to get on that because I've got some probably nice pieces I could send. Letitia said, I hope I get a good box from THREDUP. Will you keep us posted? I hope you do too. And whenever you buy a reseller box, say to yourself, I might get crap. I'll be happy if I get something great, but it's totally possible I might get crap. It's a total risk. Just know that, because manage your expectations, because it is painful to get a bad box. You can see on my channel, especially from the early days, I've gotten some bad boxes and it's like painful to watch me open it. But you know what? At least right now in my business, I'm selling anything and everything. And some of the things that I was like, oh yeah, thanks a lot, I got this item, have sold. Not for a lot, but I've gotten some denim boxes and I'm like, these are all Junior's jeans. These are off-brand. They have sold. Levi's have been selling well for me. All these like junior brands, like what are those junior brands? Like mall brands. That they've sold. Like I was looking through some of my solds and I'm like, maybe for $12 plus 8 shipping. So like $20, not a high sale or anything, but they've all sold. So I don't know. Part of me is like, just list whatever right now. James says in Houston, they closed the bins years ago because of the fight. Woo! These days though, it's better. And they opened a nice new pair of them. Good. Yeah. Letitia says, I never do that close to me. And I'm talking about the bins. Hanger Deals says, I have found Lululemon in the bottom of a bin that's been out for a while. Hanger Deals, is your YouTube just Hanger Deals, 2 words? And I was searching for you and couldn't find it after my Friday Live when I went on to try and find stuff. And I don't know. Oh my God, this is such bad hair. Hold on. Oh gosh, it's embarrassing. I'm having a vain moment live. That's really nice. This is just so bad. Okay. Anyway, maybe there's a link in your bio. Will you message me on Instagram? I want to go over and find your channel and watch. And sometimes what I'll do, especially with newer channels, is I'll just play their videos in the background, because if you don't know, like, to be a YouTuber and put out content is a challenge. And it's like, you need to get watch hours. You need to get likes. You need to get subscribers. So I just go on and like, I want to watch your videos and I'll watch your videos. But in addition, I'll just like have them playing while I'm doing stuff just to get you hours. Daniela, who has a new YouTube channel, go find that. Boston, New Hampshire, Maine, and Connecticut. I'm coming east. Well, I come east every summer for a few weeks. Maybe we could do a meetup. Is that kind of weird though? Because like we don't really know each other. And some people are like, why would I meet up with you? I don't really know you. Let's see what Shani. Am I saying that right? Is it Shani or Shani? Same here, 2.5 hours. And I was going once a month before quarantine. Now, let me say this. If I was a full-time reseller and I relied completely on my income from reselling, I'd be doing that. Like if I lived 2.5 hours, what I would do probably, I was thinking about this because a part of me is a little anxious. Like I'm a psychotherapist. I work mostly with kids. I work in schools seeing kids that wouldn't be able to get therapy other ways. I won't get too much into that. If schools don't open, that's a major part of my practice. And I'm like, well, maybe I could do more reselling. And if you resell full time, you want to keep your cost of goods as low as you can. And what I might do, I was thinking when I was brainstorming, is like I would drive to the bins. I would shop like all day if I could, which I've done before. There's an old challenge video on my channel where I stayed all day and got like 100 pounds of inventory. I'd get as much as I could. Then I'd spend the next week like listing it, and then I'd go again. Like I would do quantity. I mean, there's a million business models. I was just kind of like running it through my mind what I would do. Okay, Letitia. 5 minutes, then we're rounding up. So get your comments in now, your questions, your comments, the things you want us to know about you. And I'll still come on Friday. I think I like thrift stores more than the bins and yard sales. Yeah, I probably do too. But the yard sales where I am are so hit or miss. Like sometimes we'll drive out, we'll get the truck, we'll get some snacks, we go out, and you can go to like 5 yard sales that are all nothing I'm looking for. And they're bad. And then you get like one good one and it's like worth it. But it's not like thrift stores are reliable. I know I'm going to get what I need. In the whole store, if I can spend an hour in there, I'm all set. Mystery boxes are not as reliable. THREDUP, it's not as reliable. Yard sales, you can't count on it. But a thrift store, if you just want to get in, get out, get what you need, it's the way to go. I have to drive 55 miles to my bins, but I live 35 miles from any shopping anyway. Well, you know what? I've been doing a little like looking at realtor.com, thinking about buying again. I owned a house, I sold it. And I was starting to look at things like I kind of want to live outside if it means I have a bigger yard and more land. If that's a compromise I have to make, maybe I do that. Hey, your dear says, I play videos in the background too, trying to help other YouTubers. Do it for people. Restyle Secrets. I feel bad. I have a bin 10 minutes away and another 30 minutes away. Yeah, it's like I could go all the time. Quimby, how did you acquire your great chat management skills? I have no idea. What are chat management skills? I just am talking to you guys and I just blabber on the way I do. And then I see a comment and I try to just go down the list and talk. Like I can talk. Her hands, gifts, and finds. Me too, Letitia. I'll sub to you. Okay, if you have a channel, put it in. And then you guys, it really doesn't hurt. Just when the video's over, click on the boxes, go over subscribe. It doesn't hurt you to subscribe, but it means a lot to the people trying to get their subscribers. Watch some videos, leave some comments. I try and be as active as I can. Do it, and we'll do it for you. We will help you with what you need. Okay, so this is like anti-boutique. Letitia. Okay, see, people went over and subscribed. Thank you so much for doing that. Like the video, you guys. Go find our friends here. Share their closet. Share their stuff in their store. That's what this whole thing is about. Community, helping each other out, supporting each other's goals. I can't get that comment off because I can't find it, James. Sorry, you're just going to be, oh, there it is. You're going to be up there. Okay. I've been on here for 58 minutes, which seems like that could not possibly be. I'm in like a time warp. But I really enjoyed being with you, and I am shocked that you all showed up with no notice, and it lets me know, hey, I can do this sometimes. Like I could just come on, and people will find me somehow, and then I can get my fix of my reselling friends. I've really enjoyed being with you. Thank you for being here. If you missed the beginning of the video, it'll be up. So just go back and watch what you missed, and go find each other on Instagram, Poshmark, eBay, and again tomorrow. Yeah, you guys would get so sick of me. You'd be like, she has nothing else to say. Thanks for coming on. Thank you, Julie. I'm so glad. Thank you for those of you who are new to commenting. I really appreciate when you make the comments and you engage in the chat. It helps me talk about stuff. It makes it so easy. Thanks for your time and all you do for us. Bye, everybody. Good night, friends. I'm going to go hopefully eat some dinner. I hope you have a fantastic night, and I will see you hopefully on Friday. I'm live every Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific. So if you're on the East Coast, it's 8. If you're on another coast, I can't remember what mountain time. Here's a tip. Posh is my purpose made it on in the last 1 minute. We love you. What's that? What was I going to say? Oh, little tip. Set an alarm on your phone, like a regular alarm, when there's a live that you want to see. Because that's what I need to do, because life gets full and busy. I'll be out somewhere or I'll be doing something and I totally forget. So I set an alarm. So maybe if you want, you can set an alarm for Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific so you can join us again and we'll talk then. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll see you on Friday, guys. Bye. Did Kelly Schafter make it? Kelly, how it is that you make it into the very last minute, but I'm so glad you made it in. I love seeing you. I'm going to go watch some of your videos because you've got some good stuff up there. I'll see you guys Friday. Bye.